Me. I think I'm starting this live about 10 minutes late because, as usual, when you're doing a live, you think you're ready, and but are you ever ready? And yes, I was ready, but the phone wasn't ready, and some setting didn't work. Anyway, we're here now in this setting. Well, anyway, I can see that while I've started this live, no one is there yet. But surely somebody will join, and it will be amazing to share this moment with as many people as possible. Anyway, what I would like to say to you this morning from Gili Meno, which is this little island right next to the big island called Lombok in Indonesia, it's again a renewed, very happy new year. 2023, it's been, I would say, magical to say the least. We've seen so many incredible things, and I'm sure in your personal life 2023 had an incredible meaning. You know, we all go through things, and I'm sure you've gone through some up and downs and side, and that's what makes life very, very, very special. So what can I say? I think 23 allowed us as a team at Salento with Love to come together to make some improvements. I don't know if any one of you has actually seen the video on Salento with Love published a few days ago with the part of my team, with Toti, Milena, and my sister Anna Maria, Ludovica, Fiorella, and probably a couple of other people like Sarah, Stefano, Barbara, which they were not behind the camera. Now, what I must say is that I keep saying this every time probably I'm on video, that what Salento with Love has put together has allowed, I would say now probably hundreds of people, not probably even the people that haven't used our services, but has allowed hundreds of people to tap into our knowledge, to tap into a process that we've put together, which is purchasing a property in Italy. And you know, purchasing a property is not, I'm still recovering actually from this cold that I took with me all the way over from Italy. But purchasing a property is not a simple thing. I mean, I know that a lot of websites and a lot of bloggers and a lot of expats that have done it themselves very often talk about their own experience, and they share their experience online, but their experience is limited to their experience. And you know, when you buy a property, there may be different tens or sometimes hundreds of different ways that a situation could potentially go. So I would say that purchasing a property is extremely important in engaging people that can guide you all the way through the process, regardless if it is us or anywhere else in Italy, whoever it is. Just make sure that you engage the services of a professional in making sure that the process is smooth and you get all the right answers, or the answers that you deserve. Now, I can see that you're all jumping on board, so I'd like to say Happy New Year to all of you. Mark, Lisa, Paul, lovely to have you here, and everybody, Happy New Year. Buon anno, buon anno, buon anno. We chose this time of the year to escape Salento because it's a little bit quieter for me, and probably I could sort of bolt on part of the Christmas and the New Year holiday. I took a couple of weeks before that and I put them all together, and I must say I really needed this break just to have a little bit of clarity. We got to the end of 2023, or I personally got to the end of 23. I must say, I got to confess, I'm human, and I was totally exhausted mentally, physically. I was probably getting a cold every 2 weeks. And I was mentally exhausted and probably suffering with a little bit of anxiety, more or less on a daily basis, because there is so many things that you got to do to keep people happy. Don't you find that in life? Probably you're married and you've got to make sure that your wife is happy. Probably you're a parent and you've got to make sure that your kids are happy. Probably you're an employee and you've got to make sure that your employer is happy. Probably you're a neighbor and you need to make sure that your neighbors are happy. Well, that's my personal sort of thing that I carry with me constantly. So I've got to make sure that people are happy. But I must say, what I learned at the end of 2023 is that it doesn't matter how hard you try in your life to make people happy. There's always going to be somebody who's not happy. So what I learned at the end of this probably 5 weeks period is that you're going to make sure that you are happy. I'm going to make sure that I'm happy. Because if somebody takes that happiness away because they're not happy, then automatically what happens is that you lose your happiness and you lose your energy and you lose your vibe and you lose your mojo, you lose everything that you've got and God has given you in order to help other people to be happy. So I'm gonna continue through 2024 to be happy and to deliver to happy people. Now, what we've done in 2023, I think it was extraordinary, because apart from continuing on 2022 or 21 and 20, which was assisting people in purchasing a property remotely, in 2023, we also saw the birth of 2 new companies. The first one, which it is called Renting in Puglia, gives the opportunity to clients that have purchased the property through us to put their property on their own dedicated portal and rent their properties on short leases or long leases, which is very different from what Booking, Airbnb and everybody else is doing. I think I haven't spoken enough through my videos about renting in Puglia. So 2024, I will share with you more really what renting in Puglia does and gives as an opportunity to investors. Because really when I look at remote purchasing, I think at the beginning it was set up to be for investors, then it became a system and mechanism for people who have joined really on this live, and I can see them on the screen. Buon anno to everybody, to purchase a property remotely. But it's very much a product who fits financial institutions who will like to buy safely and buy the right product that has got a built-in equity, or a product that could generate revenue, a property or a product again that can be resold and generate revenue, and has all those elements that actually brings value to the real estate or the real estate people that understand the importance of investing in real estate, regardless if they're investing here. Now there is a lot of talk about investing in Dubai or investing anywhere else. So I really believe that remote purchasing serve a purpose, and probably sometimes very naturally and organically people who have joined the remote purchasing have felt that remote purchasing was done for them because they couldn't travel or it saves money on traveling, and it's absolutely true. But remote purchasing has required really the ability of somebody like me from a financial point of view, as an investor, as a real estate investor that I am, to pick up the right product at the right place at the right time and to generate revenue. Remote purchasing has allowed that, and renting in Puglia will be the mechanism or the catalyst that would allow that product to generate revenue. But hey, we'll help you to buy a property in Italy remotely if you need to do so. So I would say the biggest challenge probably in 23 and 22 was to probably trying to make people understand, even the people that could travel and come over, to make them understand that really remote purchasing that we were offering, it wasn't an assistance or just the assistance in allowing them to buy safely, but it was a lot more than that. It was the opportunity to pick up really a product that from a financial investment point of view made sense. So anyway, I hope that anyone who's been at the receiving end is very, very happy. I would say that 3 years later, a lot of my clients are probably 70%, 100%, 20%, but they're all above in their equity position from where they purchase. And if those properties become revenue generated properties, then they will be much higher. And in 5 years, there's no capital gains in Italy. If those funds remain in Italy, then is a fantastic opportunity to grow your portfolio here in Italy if you have the right partner to do so. Now, with that in mind, 2023 also saw the birth of something extraordinary, which we will talk a lot in 2024, and that is the real estate arm of the company. Now, this is a separated company that has been set up under the umbrella of Salento with Love. So I decided, after many consultation with my partners, to call it Salento with Love Real Estate. And I could have called it something else, but I thought, well, you know, Salento with Love, I just love it. I've got it here. I love my logo. I love what Salento with Love has done and achieved for a lot of people. And so we decided to call it Salento with Love Real Estate. Not to confuse with Salento with Love, which it is a property management company. Salento with Love Real Estate, it's been set up and it will grow and it will develop, offering the opportunity to people to sell their property through Salento with Love Real Estate. Again, if you connect to the investment portfolio, you think 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, you want to sell a property, you want a partner that can actually maximize your return. Well, Salento with Love Real Estate will be there to assist you, but also Salento with Love Real Estate is there to assist the local market in selling their properties, and it's there to assist the hundreds of people that contact us every year wanted to purchase a property in Italy. So Salento with Love Real Estate is our new baby, and I would like to say Happy New Year to Salento with Love Real Estate. Happy New Year to Anna Maria, to my sister, who really believed in my vision when we started this in 2019, and he's put up with me, he's put up with my moments, and we are now, I would say, at the point that we want to be 4 years later. I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much to everyone that during 2023 it's been at the receiving end of our services of helping them refurbishing their properties. Now, refurbishing a property, it's complicated stuff. You see, on the current market at the moment, I'm not sure there in the United States, in England, Australia, wherever you are, if it's easy to find a company that steps in and does a 360-degree service to you, including the design, including the including the project management, including how you're going to distribute the space, managing everything, managing your budget, and actually completing a project all the way through, going from the start to the finish. Well, what I can say to you is that, well, when I was looking for a company like that 5 years ago when I started Salento with Love, I couldn't find a company like that. It was all fragmented, and I would say years later, it's still very extremely fragmented. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who was at the receiving end, and if they were expecting more, well, I hope you appreciate everything we've done and what we have delivered. If you were expecting less, thank you very much for being next to us, and we will continue to deliver our best. For me, my main aim is to make sure that the property goes back to where it needs to be in terms of quality, in terms of comfort, and to do it within the budget that the client is actually set up to begin with, and to do it without the worries and the anxiety and the deals or the dealings that you've got to have with tens of different actors that appear on the scene when you are refurbishing a property. So 2023, it's been extraordinary from that point of view. I think we have delivered, I don't know, something like 8, 9 properties, maybe 3, 4 big massive projects. And when I go back, there are some projects which are almost there, almost ready to be delivered. So thank you very much to Gaspar Grotto. Thank you very much to Palazzo Correias. Thank you very much to Palazzo Angelini. Thank you very much to Casabella. Thank you very much to Mississippi with Love. Thank you very much to all these series that whoever is watching this live or potentially, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a fantastic opportunity. Thank you very much to every one of you who started this journey with me as a client and now has become a dear friend. It doesn't make any difference, to be honest. You see, I've got my super best friend. Can I say his name? Can I say it? Yes, I can. Gianpaolo. Now, my super best friend on the 9th of July 2020, I can never stop saying this story, came over to see me for my 50th and ended up buying a property in Galatina. And when I asked him, why did you buy a property? Or why are you buying a property? He said, oh, you keep saying you're going to do all these things for your clients. Here we are, play with it. Now, he's a client. I invoice him for the services, but he's my best friend. He's my lifesaver, and he will always be my brother and my best friend. Now, I would like to say thank you to every one of you who kind of came in sideways as a client, and now it's part of our family. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with everything. And I'm sure that what happens is that sometimes in life, you see, one of the things that I would say probably in 2024, I'm going to work on this, and I'll ask the universe to work on this for everybody. Because everything that happens in the world, including the war at the moment in different parts of the world, a fight between two people, everything, everything. Two people splitting up after spending a life together, a friendship breaking. Everything that happens in life happens for one reason, and that is expectations. Yes, we have expectations that people should behave and perform in a certain way. And if they don't, because we have our set expectations, automatically we're ready to start a war. We're ready to lose a friendship. We are ready to lose a member of our family. We are ready to do incredible and crazy things simply because our expectations are not met. Now, be a little bit more kind to yourself. Be a little bit more kind to other people. Even myself, I set expectations that are so high. My staff knows this. My team knows this. My team have seen incredible things when I step up in the office, when I step into an office, and I just lose it totally because my expectations are here and potentially we haven't delivered up to my expectations. And very often I need to do this mental exercise. But I never lose people that I love because of my expectations. So probably 2024, I would say, if I have to set something that I would really like to continue to work on is, yes, it's good to have expectations up here, but our expectations are not other people's expectations. And so please be kind to the people that you love. Please be kind to your partner, be kind to your kids, be kind to your parents, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to the world, be kind to the universe. Because if we're doing that, then we are aligning ourselves with the universe. And this is really what I try to do with my work. I try to align myself. So, thank you very much for being on this live. I can see loads of comments. They're so tiny. I refuse to wear glasses, but I can still see. Mark, I'm not going to wear glasses. No, but I will. Eventually, I think 2024 will probably see some glasses. But yes. And what can I say about this holiday? Well, I think it's been extraordinary because we hired a motorbike in the island of Sumatra. And I can ask a question to everybody who's on a live, or we got quite a few people on a live. I've actually produced some content, but very, very small amount. And because this is a holiday, but at the same time, I wanted to share it with people that care and people that followed me and people that have become part of my journey. Would you like to see some materials and some content about this crazy trip that we've had in Indonesia? You can type it and I can read it in your messages. It was fantastic. We arrived in Jakarta the next morning. We flew over to Medan, which is right in the north of Sumatra. I wanted for years to go. Yes, Paul, yes. I wanted for years. You see, I'm fascinated with gorillas. I'm fascinated with apes, to be honest. Monkeys, okay. But one of those, which is the orangutan, can be found only in a couple of places on the planet. And one of them is in Sumatra. And one place can be found in captivity, and another place used to be not in captivity, but is now being pushed back into the jungle after being rehabilitated, which is in Bukit Lawang. Well, I did them both. But the amazing thing is that I did this trip on a motorbike, 2 motorbikes, with a rucksack strapped at the back with Barbara. Some of you watching this video will probably know her. I must say, I don't think I heard her complaining a single time. And it was really hard. Well, you'll see it in the video. There were moments that I thought, oh my God, you know, are we gonna come back alive? But we did. We were only a couple of days away, and we decided that now that the kids came over, we decided to spend the last 5 days here on a small, little, tiny Apollo, a little island surrounded by sand. And I tell you what, the sea behind me now is a low tide. In a few hours, a high tide. This is a sanctuary for turtles. So you put your goggles on and you go snorkeling, and the amount of turtles that you see is out of this world. I've never seen anything like it, including huge turtle. Now, when I see plastic, also this holiday or this trip, just like every other trip, I always say, when you go on a trip, this is what I try to tell the kids, which are not kids anymore. This is not a holiday. This is a way of turning on your senses. This is a way of just waking up to the universe, to the world that is telling us a lot of things. 9 billion people consuming, eating, drinking, throwing plastic into the ocean, just not caring really, coming to a place like this and producing sound pollution, light pollution. So when you go on a trip, just try to see the world with the eyes of somebody who would love to live in a better place, and so we can all make our little changes back home as well. Anyway, without going too much into my philosophy of life, once again, yes, I can see yes. So Ludovica, which I don't know if she's awake, but she helped me to get started this live. That's why I was late, because I was struggling. 8 o'clock I was ready, and then I went live, and then I couldn't turn the phone this way, that way. She was still awake at 1 o'clock in the morning in Italy. She helped me. So Ludovica, you got some editing to do of the filming that the content that I've been producing. In the meantime, please stay safe wherever you are. It's very, very important. Just look after yourself, look after your health. 2024 is going to be magical, and it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if, unfortunately, we leave some people behind, we produce some new people. The cycle of life is one of the most incredible things. So just be positive all the time. Just work on that. Yeah, there are moments that we are not positive, and perhaps we'll have a little dip, but just like a turtle, 8, 9, 10 minutes needs to go up to get some air. Just make sure that you stay positive all the time. Very important. That's what I like to say to you for 2024. I want to be positive. I will continue to be positive, and I will continue to deliver the magic together with my team that I've done until now. Right, I'll take a couple of minutes break, and then I'll be doing a short one, I think, this time on Instagram. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody. Thank you. Remember, set your expectations high, and don't worry about what other people deliver. Just be happy, be grateful. Goodbye to everybody. Love you. Happy New Year.